Good morning. Starting off the week on time. Isn't that amazing, huh? Alright, let's look around, see what's going on. I got a list of a couple things. Let's see. Epstein or Epstein, whatever you want to call him, is back in the news again. The million pages of stuff they released or something like that. The Clintons are in it, everybody's in it. And my opinion is this. Victims should be compensated no matter what. I don't want to hear the fact that their names are released. That's a mistake. If you're going to release their names, then let's start releasing the names of the ICE agents. Let's get them unmasked and named. I think that's a very good idea. If you're going to protest, make sure you rip their masks off, okay? If you're going to get shot, make sure you take their mask off, all right? Find their name, expose them. What else was I going to go on about? I don't remember what else I had on that particular Epstein. But Epstein is nothing. I mean, Epstein, what difference does it make, you know? If they're not involved with pedophiles, leave them the fuck alone. All right? Seriously. It's nobody's business if they paid for hookers or had multiple sexual relationships with their wife and other people. That's not our business. That's actually no big deal. That's an immoral thing maybe in some people's eyes. In some people's eyes it isn't. But pedophilia, they should be shot. Just take them out and shoot them. Because as far as I know from interviews that I saw years ago and I've always remembered, there's no cure for that. All right? They don't grow out of it. You know, pedophilia is pedophilia. These people are sick. Not sick, they're diseased. Diseased beyond repair. Okay, we don't have enough jails to put all the pedophiles in, so throw them in jail. They get shot, killed, stomped, whatever. That's their problem, not mine. Grammys. Okay, you got everybody from Bad Bunny, Lady Gaga, Cher, everybody else, bad-mouthing Trump and ICE, okay? Although most of them seem to concentrate on the ICE aspect of this rather than, getting Trump involved in it too, but don't care. That's, ICE has got to go. We have to identify these fags and, there's because I keep seeing reports that members of people that were arrested on January 6th and paroled are now working for ICE. They got to go. Okay, that's not being nice to them. That's somebody that's not qualified to be in a situation like that. All right, those are bigoted racists that need to get out. All right, now can you get them out? I don't know. It's going to take a long time to clean up ICE. New president comes in, should order the termination of all ICE agents, and they must reapply and wait 3-4 months or something like that before they'll be cleared. Because you can't clear them in 24 hours, okay? That's just the way it is, all right? That should piss everybody off, yeah? No? I don't know. Puckatansky Phil, the most famous groundhog in the world, came through with his prediction of 6 more weeks of winter. And actually, you get February and 2 weeks of March. That's about normal. February's always a bad month for winter weather, okay? It just waits. Winter waits till February to show up, because they don't really want to mess up with the holidays. So the only one they're messing with is Valentine's Day, And it's like, they don't care, Valentine's Day is a big day for Colombia. We sell 70% of the roses purchased and they're going to be expensive this year. More so than usual. But 70% of the roses sold in the United States or in the United States come from Colombia. I think most of the others are, a few from other countries, but most of the others are homegrown. Madison, New Jersey used to be called the Rose City because they used to, and you can still see signs of that if you look around. You can still see places where they do they still have I guess, I don't know what they call them. Greenhouses, I guess, is the best thing to call them, where they used to prepare the roses and everything, you know. And if you had a flower shop in Madison, you were guaranteed to sell out roses. You know, that's the way it was. Okay, now I just saw a Jimmy Kimmel bit, caught a piece of it before I came here, about the Kennedy Center, which is closing down in July for 2 years. And from what I understand, is Trump has bankrupted that building, and now his way of solving it is to close it for 2 years. So the last 2 years of it, last roughly, if they close in July, it'll go through. I think it'll take him to the end of his administration, and it'll be closed, and then it's going to become somebody else's headache to straighten that out, along with everything else. The Kennedy Center, when it comes to straightening things out for a new president, the Kennedy Center should not be at the top of the list. Okay, just taking Trump's name off it should be at the top of the list, and off everything else he put his name on. And selling the gold and giving that gold to, putting that money into either Social Security or health and education. All right, that's my opinion. You know, I'm sorry if nobody agrees with me, but fuck you. You know, that's the way I am. I am not going to be nice about this one. All right. I think he was. I think he was just stupid, childish, petty, whatever way you want to do it, because he's hated the Democrats. Kennedy is, in his opinion, has been around too long, but yet he's got a member of the Kennedy family working for him. And that's the fact that the guy's a complete idiot. He thinks it's shaming the Kennedy family. What it's actually doing is making him look like more of an idiot than he already is by picking this guy. All right, but family has a nutcase in it. I'm the nutcase in my family, so and I'm the only one left in my family, just about. I think, I don't know. What else is going on? Here's an interesting story. Now, these are, I think, memes, whatever you call them, that are put up. But anyhow, this is Trump talking about he's still considering a third term. Well, I mean, he may get on the ballot. If he gets on the ballot, then I don't think he'll never be elected. But because he's ill. But because of anything, before anything else can happen, Obama said if he runs, then why shouldn't he run? And I'm not sure Obama really wants to be president again, especially after this mess. The next guy coming in is going to have a lot to straighten out and a lot to fix. If he's not Republican, if he's a Republican, he just sits back and lets the shit happen, But lets the government decay to nothing, if the government still exists by 2028. But let's just say I would love to see Obama and Trump debate. Here you have an elegant, highly intelligent man, an elegant speaker, a man people actually listen to and want to listen to. And then you have stumbling Donnie, who's going to cause chaos, and everything's chaotic to this man, because he only has one desire in the world. I want money. I want to be more rich. I want people to say they love me even though they hate me, See, that's why he admired Kim, little Kim, this is Donnie, of course. And he said he admired Donnie because he saw the way all his people were sitting up straight when he was talking to them, sitting rigidly straight and everything. And he says, look at the respect he gets. That's not respect, folks. That's fear. Okay? They know if they don't show that kind of respect, first of all, they'll lose their job, which means their families and everybody else loses their living quarters, their food allowances. They lose everything. And of course, that particular individual just disappear. Maybe into a gulag, maybe to a hole in the ground. You never know. Okay, but that's what that's all about. That's not respect. Trump doesn't get any respect. If you look behind him and the crowds that are behind him, I've seen the same people at many of those rallies. And I took screenshots of those rallies and then went back and then compared them together. And yeah, there are a lot of those people behind him that are, and he never shows the crowds. Well, they never do. They never really show the crowds. I've got thousands of people. No, you don't. Donald, you throw a rally in anywhere besides Florida in February, and nobody's showing up. All right, the weather sucks everywhere. Right, look at the country right now. People are gonna worried about you. The people don't even want to talk about you. The weather is a great distraction right now. For Trump, because people they're not gathering. They're not really getting together. If these groups, these coalitions and whatnot that are forming now against ICE and Trump are there in April, in May, when the kids get out of school and when they love to protest, shit's gonna hit the fan. All right, Trump's gonna never be allowed out of the White House. That's my opinion. I mean, I don't think he should be allowed out. I don't think he should be allowed in the White House. And then once he gets in, they should lock all the doors and never let him out again, and just burn the building to the ground or something, because they're gonna have to fumigate it after he leaves. Get rid of Melania's perfume, get rid of his toilet bowl smell because of his ass, I don't know. He wants to build a bunker. Well, first of all, in any kind of nuclear war, you don't have a bunker big enough or deep enough, okay, to survive. And what good does surviving a nuclear war do? All right? For him, nothing. He's going to emerge and be in control of what? Nothing. A decimated military or a limited military, depending on artificial intelligence to get things back up to running order and stuff like that, which means artificial intelligence would just take over the world. He's just stupid. And people are going to blame him because there's no winner, Watch War Games. That's an older movie. I don't remember the year. But it's about a computer that decides, to do a first strike. And then they get the computer to play tic-tac-toe. And he transfers tic-tac-toe. He watches, so he knows tic-tac-toe, and then he starts War Games. And he starts this War Game scenario where first strike and everything. And it's not a scenario, he's actually going to do it. The computer, that is. And they get him to play it as a game. And he starts doing it, running all the scenarios, and there's no winner. And all of a sudden this computer realizes it. There's no winner. Okay? No matter who strikes first. He does it with either country striking first. Russia, U.S., Russia, whatever. It doesn't make any difference. This scenario is always the same. It's a complete destruction of the world as we know it. And there's no winner. And then this computer, which is, smarter than everybody and everything in the world, turns around and says, the only solution is not to play the game. You can win at chess, you can win a lot of games, no matter how intelligent you are. But in tic-tac-toe, if you're of equal intelligence, unless you make a critical mistake, those games always end in a tie. There is no way to win that game. That's why kids are taught that game. So that even the dumbest of kids can win or tie. You know? Alright, Monday sucks. I don't know, would you like to see Obama as president again? There's a lot of changes I need to see before I'd like that. I mean, overall, I'd like to see a lot of different politicians, Democrats and whatnot, than are there right now. I just don't think they're have any consideration for the working class people. You know, we'd have to change that thought pattern. I don't know whether you can or it's too late already. But anyhow, that's it for me today. I'll be around tomorrow. I'll be back in about a half an hour with my video, live and in person. So if you're interested, drop in, say hello, say go fuck yourself, whatever you want to do. It's no problem whatsoever, you know. In the meantime, have a great day. Hit the subscribe button on the way out, please, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.